Welcome to part 12, we think, of the E30 M3 build video. In this one we mess around with an induction kit, an air filter for the car, and we run the car through its gears, sort of part of the final process before it goes to mapping. So enjoy.
It's a fancy staff t-shirt you've got on then.
Oh, thanks mate.
It's like everything that almost everything that we sell.
No.
No. If we did a t-shirt.
I need a t-shirt down to there and then some,
a dress.
Yeah.
It would be a huge list.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting box you've got in there.
Yeah, this is...
N and K?
Yeah, N and K.
Ignore that text.
What text did you just send?
Bring K&N round with you.
Yeah, so we have a K&N induction kit for the E30 M3 that we're hoping we'll be able to make fit, but we shall see.
Oh, this is fancy as well. I've not seen this yet. Very shiny.
Shiny, with some minor debris on it. But
Wow,
yeah.
Craig's manky roof. So is this a universal kit?
No, looking here, this is basically a load of very bespoke parts.
Okay.
For this, so.
And a heat shield. Is that a heat shield?
This is a divider, so I'm not sure we'll be able to use a lot of that part, to be fair. But ultimately, we just want to see whether the elbow section fits and whether the air filter's going to sit in place.
So the internet has moaned about me filming you too much and less of the car, so I need to...
Well, to be fair, who really would want to look at me? So.
Mel.
Yeah. My wife! Comes with all the hose clips and everything.
So what we need to do is give this a gas and get him to make it without that in carbon.
Oof.
Right, so that goes
That's
there.
the plan. Gas!
Then on the normal car, that would...
That's...
a little optimistic, perhaps.
So is that to try and prevent heat soak?
It's just like a deflector panel, really.
Is it like that, maybe? Well, we'll have a look at that bit afterwards. And then you put that on there.
That ain't going to fit there.
No, it needs to be...
So we need to make this...
Which we knew we would likely have to do. This is quite an expensive kit.
This is the important bit that we need here, really.
Why is that the important bit?
Because it goes from that big oval shape to round, which is often hard to fabricate. You know.
Yeah, this is a really weird intake into the airbox, and although we've made this bit's still standard, so it's still got the really weird oval thing.
And we can run, we don't have to run this big bellow,
no, we could actually, to be fair, I wonder whether if we just tweak that, whether we could run sort of a normal size filter there.
I think we could.
Yeah, but that's the bit that we need. And maybe
What's the knobbly bit at the back?
It's where the air pump breather thing goes in.
Do you need that on this still?
No, we don't use that.
Oh, so you could take it quite far back then?
we use the... to be fair...
Put that into the filter now.
Yeah, actually.
Is that a metal piece? Or is it?
Plastic.
Plastic, okay.
If it was metal, then we could...
Let's just forget about it.
We could almost just do just that bit and make the rest. But
that's not far off, you know. If we were to just do...
get an elbow.
Yeah, almost elbow that, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
And then we can look at doing a partition here and possibly using that panel that comes with it, but yeah, it's really...
I mean, it's literally sat behind the headlamp, which is all open, so it's in a nice place.
It is, yeah.
Are you worried about heat soak on this?
It's not so much. It's going to have a lot of airflow through it, so it should be okay. But obviously you do want to deflect from the engine bay as best as possible, and the radiator here is obviously going to be quite...
But luckily we're not behind the radiator, we're literally... Like you know, through here is all open, so we've got a good.
That sits there.
Yeah.
So yeah, height wise, like we're absolutely fine there. It just needs like a 45 degree kicker on it or something, doesn't it? Yeah, excellent.
Easier than you thought then?
Well, we'll see how long it actually takes to get done, but I mean that does push right up into there as well, so that helps. got a little bit of
And
adjustment
that
there.
cone
if we
actually
needed to.
fits in there quite nicely.
Yeah, I think
doesn't
that's
it?
a good shape. It's the right size for the engine as well. So yeah,
That 102 mil,
happy days.
probably.
Yeah.
102 is it? Let's get
So we're almost, dare I say, on the home stretch. To at least get
We
this.
have been for months, but yeah.
But I mean, we have been for how long it's taken.
Yeah.
Like the next few days are.
To be doing things like this is fantastic.
Yeah.
This is like, you know, I could drive the car without an air filter
Yeah.
to do like minor testing and stuff.
But in theory,
just
I mean,
don't wanna.
if this is just like a bit of a set, you know, of an elbow and that, then
Yeah, it's sort of your bread and butter work,
Yeah,
that type of thing,
should
isn't
be,
it, with engine conversions. So yeah, brilliant.
So what's left then to get, because you're going to mapping, aren't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think, what are we like, 5 days away from mapping? 4 days away from mapping? So yeah, there's not a great deal, but what we need to do is basically check the car goes through all the gears and probably just see whether it will stumble about the industrial estate a little bit and see whether I can actually drive it. You know, we can't do anything, no burnouts, not just yet.
No.
Apologies. And yeah, as we said before, it might be vaguely reminiscent of our DW86 first drive.
at least you won't install this one.
Well, we'll see.
Well, does the DCT need to be mapped as well? Or
Yeah,
is it-
Yeah.
Yeah.
The DCT is going to be a lot harder. The engine mapping's dead straightforward. It's the DCT that's
Yeah.
the clever bit.
Because you actually haven't done much to the engine, have you?
No,
Just the throttle body.
it's-
Will it need to be tuned slightly for the throttle body?
Just different
have
fuel
a slightly
pressures and
different,
stuff.
yeah, slightly different tune on it, but yeah, it's nothing too big. But yeah, the DCT gearbox is going to be the bit where, you know, it's going to require a little bit of time, and we've still got to sort out the ABS as well. So we've got to plug into the ABS. So I've got the lead to plug in. We just need an old laptop to use the BMW software and just check that everything's working as it should be for that.
Because the ABS is mappable, will it work? Does it have like a base map essentially? So something that will allow you to work?
Yeah, we're starting with the map that's on it for an E46 M3, the CSL.
Yeah.
Or this one's actually a CS, which uses the same programmable ABS unit, MK60. But yeah, once we've finished the car, actually finished, and we know our weights and everything, corner weights, axle weights, and a few other parameters, then we can get Andrew Liddell to do the custom tune for it. That, in theory, should be stonking. We actually managed to get the K&N kit fitted, or most parts of it. It's worked out really nicely, actually. A bit of silicon joiner matched up to the K&N elbow converter, and it's mated right up. So yeah, we're really happy with that. Still need to look at a diverter, but to actually shield it off away from the heat. But yeah, chuffed with that one.
So this is your interior now. So you've made a few tweaks since we last came and had a look.
Seats,
Do seats.
harnesses.
New Driftworks harnesses, the new backer one.
Yeah, man, badass ones with the nice adjusters on them. And yeah, passenger seat as well, because we're having one of those.
Yes,
Not that
sir.
anyone's allowed in it except for Craig.
Because that'll
It's
ruin
gonna
the
make
corner
him
rating.
throw up every time I drive.
I don't want to go in it.
So now we've got all the sensors in place and the wiring pretty much tied up. We just need to basically make sure that we can get past second gear. I don't know what the reason is, but there's something that it'll be able to get through first and second gear under some circumstances, but we need it to get to seventh gear before going off for mapping.
So we've got the wheels backed up, jacked up off
Yeah.
the ramp.
And yeah, just fire it up hopefully. So, everything off the wrong way around. Yeah, sweet. We got gears. We got all 7. Paddles are the wrong way around, but other than that.
Surely that's switch way round.
Yeah, yeah. I remember.
Successful test then.
Yeah. sweet as.
Is the 7th gear the economy gear for cruising on the motorway?
7th gear is 1-to-1 on this. It's ever so weird. That's why they run such a long diff. Yeah,
What gearing we got in it?
We've gone for 3.6, and it's not that
very long then, no.
Yeah,
Not
so it should hammer through the gears.
So that's like a 4-speed and normal gearbox.
Okay.
So you got 7 gears in the space of 4. That's quite
It's
short.
basically
isn't
a
it?
ba 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 ba.
Yeah. That will be short.
Ba 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 ba. Just like that. Yeah, so thanks for watching everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Obviously there's lots of parts to the series of this build and we'll continue to do more as we go along, so make sure you're subscribed if you want to check out more.
And any questions, drop them in the comments below and we'll be happy to answer. So thank you for watching.
Cheers.